Hi you guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jyotsna and in today's video I am actually in New York City right now. I am literally inside the Washington Square Park and it's so pretty and beautiful here. I did catch a little bit of cold and cough. Not sure if you can make out that with my voice, and I was terribly sick for the last 2 days and I thought I wouldn't recover for at least 4 to 5 days because the season here in New York City is changing. So I usually catch either the flu or the cough or the cold every single time the season changes. This time I was like, you know what, I can robotically affirm and just heal myself quicker, and every single night I was sleeping I just robotically affirmed that I'm feeling good, my body is good, I am very healthy, my body is super healthy and everything is well, all is well. Basically Louis Hayes affirmations for health. I was just literally repeatedly telling that in my mind while I was falling and drifting off to sleep in the night, and within 2 days I am feeling so much better. I am outside right now. Honestly, I don't even find it shocking or surprising anymore because the amount of things that I have manifested into my life just by using this one method is absolutely phenomenal. Like, I used to be shocked initially because I couldn't believe it, but now that I've seen so much evidence and I've manifested so many things, I have like a million success stories that I can share with you, that now it's not even shocking anymore. If I manifest anything, I'm like, oh yeah, I robotically affirmed about it and it just came into my life eventually. So guys know that I'm a huge believer of the law of assumption and I love using that to manifest everything in my life. And one method or technique that works the best for me is the robotic affirmations. I don't think there's any other method that works as fast and as quickly as this. Usually I see my results with the robotic affirmations overnight, but if there are anything really huge like I want to manifest, it takes some time because obviously there are limiting beliefs attached to it and I need more time for my subconscious mind to be more saturated and brainwashed. I just robotically affirm for a couple of days and it just sort of manifests in my life. Yeah, the more you affirm, the more you're giving like instructions to your subconscious mind and it just honestly just comes. Manifested multiple things with the robotic affirmations method, and in today's video I'm going to share some of the success stories. I hope this inspires you and I hope this helps you or motivates you to try out this method. So let me know in the comments down below if you've tried it, or if you try after this video, do share their success story. Just come back to the video and share it. So some of the big things that I manifested are obviously getting a job, moving to my dream city. This was a city that I always wanted to live in and I am currently living here right now. I use the robotic affirmations a lot during my MBA, and this was a point of time where I did not even know, or I wasn't even aware that it was robotic affirmations. I was basically using robotic affirmations in the form of scripting, that is just writing a sentence like it is already done multiple number of times in my notebook. For example, I wanted to get a job in ITC Limited, which is one of the best FMCG companies in India. Everybody wanted to be placed in that company. It was like a dream company for almost everyone who had taken up marketing. So what I did when I heard the news about ITC Limited coming to our campus for placements is I wrote down continuously in my notebook that I'm already placed in ITC Limited. I already have an offer letter with ITC Limited. I already got the job in ITC Limited. These were some of the statements that I repeatedly wrote in my notebook. So I do not remember the exact number of times I wrote them. I think I wrote them like 30 or 40 times in my notebook, continuously the same statement. So it was basically robotic affirming in my mind, but since I tend to focus better when I write things down, and it feels so much more real when you put it on paper. Like when you write it down and when you look at it, it's sort of like you're in that zone, or you're sort of trying to match with that frequency. I don't really know how to explain it, but the law of assumption basically states that you have to believe and imagine that whatever you're writing down or whatever you're thinking about is true, like it's already there in your life. You have to assume it into your reality. So that was what I was doing, but it's just that I didn't know it was robotic affirmations. I was just repeatedly writing it, and little did I know ITC Limited had come for placements. I got selected. So, and a lot of people had told me right before our placement drive, that is when the company had come, that they don't usually hire girls, so it's very difficult to get in. And I was literally the only girl who got hired during the final placements, and I had this fixed mindset or mentality, you can say, that I am already in this company. I was too stubborn to listen to anybody else. A lot of people encouraged, recommended me not to even go for the placements, or they were like, you'll get discouraged or you'll get rejected, like why do you want to go and why do you want to be disappointed? But obviously I got selected and I had the best stint at ITC Limited. Of course, I'm not with the company anymore. I had to leave because I relocated, but yeah, that those 8 months or 9 months that I was part of ITC Limited was one of the best times of my life. So this was again something I just wrote and I manifested. And obviously this is a huge thing, like manifesting a job in my dream company. But not just that, I even manifested getting good grades in college, getting into a committee that I really, really wanted to. And if you know B schools, you know how committee selections are. They are extremely difficult and challenging. There are a lot of tasks that you need to do, like even overnight tasks. And I basically got selected in the committee that I really, really wanted to be part of. Again, this was something I wrote down repeatedly, saying I am part of AdCom or I am part of the admissions committee. Basically wrote these multiple times in my notebook, like 30 times or 20 times maybe, and it happened. Another success story, this might sound extremely silly and funny and you might judge me, but it's totally fine. I manifested like India winning in the T20 World Cup. I was very, very nervous at that point of time. I remember watching the India versus Pakistan match where we won by 6 runs, and India versus South Africa, the final T20 match where we won by 7 runs. If you do recall, there was a moment or time where everyone were tensed, and I remember just like not wavering and repeatedly imagining that India has won and India has lifted the T20 World Cup. So during the India versus Pakistan match, I kept saying that India won the T20 World Cup against Pakistan, India won the T20 World Cup against Pakistan, and I repeatedly affirmed in my mind and out loud as well for like 30 minutes straight, kept my fingers crossed and I kept affirming. I was affirming in a lot of tension, but at the same time, I was like in my mind already thinking, India won the T20 World Cup. India has already won this match and we won the T20 World Cup. I just affirmed, and when it was the last ball, I stopped affirming, and that's when we won, and I like literally jumped. Robotically affirming and then winning kind of gave me that boost or that evidence that robotic affirming works in like any situation. It doesn't have to be like a personal situation of your job. You want to manifest your SP, you can robotically affirm. You want to manifest a job for someone else, you can robotically affirm. The reality you're seeing is basically a reflection of your thoughts. So it doesn't have to be anything specific about yourself. It can be about a family member, about a friend, about a situation, even about the India's World Cup match, and it is totally possible to manifest anything you want. Another way I use the robotic affirmations is I record my statement. So let's say I record something like I always receive princess treatment. So I will record this particular statement or like 2-3 statements similar to the princess treatment, and I will just record them, put them in a loop, and maybe make an audio note of it of like 30 minutes or 1 hour straight. And what I tend to do is I put either my AirPods or my earphones or anything like that, and I just sleep to this in the night. Or if I'm doing it in the morning, I usually just listen to it when I'm doing any house chore of music. I listen to this robotic affirmations tape where it keeps repeating in my own voice. And this is something I listened to when I was in a mood to like get pampered and to like get spoiled and to get like gifts. So I had made a tape basically with like 2-3 statements which said I always receive princess treatment and I always get spoiled, I always get gifts, universe is always gifting me a lot of things. So something like that. I had made a tape for like 1 hour long and I was just listening to it randomly for fun. And the next day, I think the very next day in the morning or something, one of my friend had come from London and she had gotten me a gift, and then it was a really nice and a cute handbag. When someone randomly got me chocolates and I was like, why are you getting me chocolates? And they're like, just simply, just like that. And I was like laughing. And then also when I heard the tape, I think 1 week or 10 days after that, my husband had ordered something from the Amazon's wish list that I had, saying, I just feel like gifting you something, so let me gift you something. And he just randomly ordered a gift for me that was in my wish list and I wanted it for a very, very long time. He just gifted it to me. And also random strangers were like opening doors for me, like in the cafes or in the stores or wherever I was going. Like people were just like opening the car door for me or opening the the door for me or anything like that. And I was like, wait, what? Like this is like princess treatment, at least to me. Little things or like simple things, but I really had fun listening to those affirmations and seeing these things come. So these small signs, or you can say small things that happen, make you believe in the law of assumption so much more and make you believe in the power of robotic affirmations. Like I mentioned, I manifested even feeling better from the cold and the cough that I had from the last 2-3 days. And there was this one time we were having a party, and just the day before the party, I remember in the evening I got a sty and I was so upset and I literally cried so much. I was telling my husband, I don't want to throw this house party anymore because I have a sty in my eye and it looks so weird. And but we had already told all of our friends to come to our party, and it was literally the next day in the evening at 6. I had probably less than 24 hours to like fix my eye, and I was so upset, and I was like just crying. Couldn't cancel the party. We had told everyone were excited to come to our house, and it was like our first official house party. So I felt so bad, and I was like emotionally low and very upset. As you know what, I'm gonna robotically affirm myself out of the situation, and I just kept affirming in my mind mentally that I'm already healed. My sty is gone. Like my sty is not there anymore. My eyes are clear. Everything's good. The party went great. Everything went well. All is well. So all is well. If you have watched Three Idiots, you already know the reference. It is an amazing way to manifest yourself in a positive state of mind. Even if you don't robotically affirm or you don't believe in the concept, just saying all is well has some sort of magic where you automatically feel calmer, and automatically whatever anxiety you have or nervousness you have just goes away. So that is what I kept telling myself, like all is well, my sty is gone, everything's good, my party went great. I kept robotically affirming this, and I did not take any medicine, I did not take any ointment for my sty. I basically just did the warm compress that was written on the internet that really helps with the sty. So I just did warm compress a couple of times, and the next day nobody was able to even detect that I had a sty. I will share some pictures. If you like probably zoom, maybe then you can see that I had like a light sty, but it was nothing compared to how my sty was just a few hours before. So sty usually takes 5 to 6 days, I believe. It was even written on Google that sometimes it takes a couple of days to to recover from it. It doesn't immediately go, but mine went in a few hours, or you can say a day. That was it. These were all my success stories I wanted to share. I have so many more to share, but it's kind of getting dark here, and I guess I should head back home. So yeah, I hope this really inspires you to try out robotic affirmations. I'm not saying that it's going to work immediately for you or it's a magical trick, but I will always recommend you to try it. If you do have any serious health conditions, a quick disclaimer, please do not robotically affirm. Please go to a doctor, consult a doctor, and maybe with your medications or whatever the doctor suggests you, maybe you can robotically affirm as well, like on the side. I have healed from multiple things, like whether it was cold, cough, sty, but I know these are like minor things which don't really need medicine, and most people don't even take medicines for it. But if you are someone who has a serious condition, then please don't robotically affirm and not take your medicines. I am not stating that, but yeah, I would definitely recommend trying the robotic affirmations method along with your medicines for faster results. So yeah, that was it, guys. I hope this video was helpful and my success stories inspired you or you found them interesting. If you have any questions related to the robotic affirmations method, let me know in the comments down below and I'll be happy to answer them. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Lots of love. Bye.